love the Eagles as much as we do, then hit that subscribe button and stick with us at Eagles Nest News for all the drama, updates, and hype all season long. The sports world woke up today to a bombshell that no one saw coming. The Philadelphia Eagles have officially announced the signing of Green Bay Packers quarterback Jordan Love. Yes, you heard that right. After weeks of silence, whispers, and coded social media posts, the Eagles finally dropped the news that has the entire NFL community spinning. Jordan Love, the once highly debated successor to Aaron Rodgers, is now set to wear the green and silver of Philadelphia. Fans are still trying to wrap their heads around what this means for Jalen Hurts, the face of the franchise and one of the most dynamic quarterbacks in the league. Is this a passing of the torch, a power struggle, or simply the most shocking quarterback shuffle of the decade? Whatever it is, it's clear that the Eagles are not afraid to make bold moves, even if it means shaking the very core of their fan base. And let's be honest, Philly loves drama, and this might be the juiciest storyline since the Carson Wentz saga. The question now is simple. Did the Eagles just outsmart everyone, or are they about to start a fire they can't control? The first ripple of shock came from Green Bay itself. Packers fans are furious, confused, and heartbroken all at once. Jordan Love was supposed to be their guy, the player who would lead the team into the post-Rodgers era. After years of grooming him in the shadows, the Packers finally handed him the reins last season, and he didn't disappoint. His growth, his poise, his leadership, it all screamed potential franchise quarterback. And yet, just when it seemed like the Packers had their future secured, they let him go. Reports suggest that contract disputes and internal disagreements over offensive strategy might have played a major role in this sudden split. Some insiders claim that Love wasn't happy with the front office's lack of commitment to building a team around him, especially after key offensive pieces left or weren't replaced. Whether it was money, power, or philosophy, something broke behind the scenes. The Eagles, always lurking and looking for opportunity, swooped in at the perfect time to make one of the boldest moves in recent memory. Philadelphia, on the other hand, has been walking a tightrope ever since last season's disappointing playoff exit. Despite a strong regular season, questions about Jalen Hurts' decision-making and late-game composure started to grow louder. Some analysts pointed out that Hurts was carrying too much of a load, both as a passer and a runner, while others suggested that the offensive scheme had become predictable. So when rumors started surfacing about the Eagles' front office quietly exploring quarterback options, most fans dismissed them as clickbait. But now, looking back, the breadcrumbs were there. A few cryptic comments from GM Howie Roseman, some unusual scouting activity, and even a few no-comment moments from head coach Nick Sirianni hinted that something was brewing. Bringing in Jordan Love changes everything. It puts pressure on Hurts, adds competition, and potentially divides the locker room. It could also ignite a fire that pushes both quarterbacks to elevate their game. Philly's not just chasing wins. They're chasing a legacy, and sometimes that requires chaos before clarity. From a purely football perspective, this move opens up endless possibilities for the Eagles' offense. Imagine the creativity that Sirianni could unleash with two quarterbacks capable of running and throwing with precision. Jordan Love's arm strength and pocket presence complement Hurts' mobility and explosiveness perfectly. This could evolve into a dynamic 1-2 punch that defenses will struggle to prepare for if egos don't get in the way first. However, it's impossible to ignore the elephant in the room. Can two alpha quarterbacks coexist under one roof? The history books aren't kind to teams that try the dual QB experiment. For every rare success story, there are countless implosions caused by locker room tension, media scrutiny, and fans picking sides. The city of Philadelphia, known for its passionate and brutally honest supporters, is about to become a battlefield of opinions. Some are already calling for Hurts to stay the starter no matter what, while others believe Love represents the future. Either way, training camp just became the hottest ticket in sports. The national reaction has been nothing short of explosive. Talk shows, podcasts, and social media feeds are overflowing with hot takes, wild theories, and emotional meltdowns. Some pundits are calling the Eagles' move genius, praising Roseman for securing a top-tier quarterback at what might turn out to be a bargain. Others, however, see it as a reckless gamble that risks destabilizing a team that was already built to contend for a Super Bowl. The comparisons to the 2012 Eagles' Dream Team era are already surfacing. The last time Philly's ambition outpaced its chemistry. But this isn't just about football strategy, it's about identity. The Eagles have always thrived on being underdogs, the scrappy, fearless team that fights with grit and unity. Bringing in Jordan Love could either elevate that identity to new heights or fracture it completely. One thing's for sure, Philly fans are going to hold this front office accountable for every outcome that follows. Meanwhile, Jordan Love himself has stayed quiet. No posts, no statements, just silence, the kind that speaks volumes. Insiders close to him say he's both excited and nervous, aware of the massive spotlight awaiting him in one of the most passionate sports cities in America. In private, though, Love reportedly believes this is his moment to prove he's more than just Rodgers' understudy or a transitional quarterback. He wants to carve his own legacy, and he's walking into a situation where everything he does will be magnified. The challenge is enormous, but so is the opportunity. If Love can handle the pressure and perform, he could turn this wild trade into one of the most brilliant moves of the decade. But if he falters, if the chemistry collapses, or if the fans turn, it could just as easily become a cautionary tale about ambition gone too far. Either way, the NFL just got a lot more interesting. Behind the scenes, there's talk that this deal didn't just happen overnight. Rumors suggest that the Eagles have been quietly monitoring Jordan Love since early in the offseason. Scouts reportedly attended several Packers practices under the radar, evaluating not just his mechanics, but also his leadership presence. Sources claim that Philadelphia's coaching staff was impressed with how Love handled adversity, especially in games where he rallied the team after early struggles. For Howie Roseman, that was the deciding factor. He's never been afraid to make unpopular moves if he believes the upside is worth the risk. This is the same GM who drafted Jalen Hurts when the team still had Carson Wentz locked into a long-term deal. And we all know how that turned out. So when Roseman saw a potential top-tier quarterback available, he didn't hesitate. This is his signature, staying one step ahead of the curve, even if it means shaking up the entire league in the process. But let's talk about Jalen Hurts for a second. The man has been the heart and soul of Philadelphia football for the past few years. His story, his work ethic, his leadership, it all embodies what this city stands for, which is why this move stings so deeply for his supporters. Some fans feel like the front office just betrayed their franchise quarterback, the guy who carried them to a Super Bowl appearance not that long ago. Others believe that competition is healthy and that Hurts will rise to the challenge, just like he's done his entire career. Remember, this is a player who was benched in college, transferred, and still fought his way back to the top. If anyone knows how to turn doubt into motivation, it's Jalen Hurts. But make no mistake, this move puts him under a microscope. Every throw, every decision, every post-game comment will be dissected like never before. The margin for error just got razor thin, and Philly fans are ready for the fireworks. Over in Green Bay, the fallout is just beginning. The Packers front office is already under heavy criticism for how they handled the situation. Some insiders say that the relationship between Jordan Love and head coach Matt LaFleur started to crack midway through the season. Love reportedly wanted more control at the line of scrimmage, more freedom to audible, while the coaching staff preferred a structured system. When those philosophies clashed, tension grew. The front office, instead of mediating, supposedly sided with the coaches, leaving Love feeling underappreciated. The result? A quarterback who felt boxed in and ready for a change. The Eagles saw an opening and took full advantage. Green Bay fans are now left wondering if their team just made the same mistake twice, letting go of another elite quarterback who could have defined an era. The comparisons to Aaron Rodgers' exit are impossible to ignore, and that shadow will linger in Wisconsin for a long time. Social media has been in complete meltdown mode since the announcement. Hashtags like hashtag Love in Philly, hashtag Hurts versus Love, and hashtag Eagles Madness are trending across platforms. Memes, reaction videos, and even parody songs are popping up within hours of the news breaking. Everyone's got an opinion, from former players to celebrities to die-hard fans who bleed midnight green. Some are already imagining a quarterback competition straight out of a Hollywood script, while others are bracing for chaos. Sports talk shows are scheduling emergency broadcasts, and YouTubers are lining up live streams to break down every angle. The energy is electric, the debates are wild, and honestly, this is exactly what the NFL thrives on: drama, uncertainty, and pure entertainment. Whether you love or hate the move, you can't look away. It's the kind of story that defines an offseason, the kind that keeps fans refreshing their feeds every 5 minutes just to see what happens next. One thing that's becoming clear is that this isn't just a football decision, it's a cultural one. The Eagles have positioned themselves as a team that values adaptability, innovation, and fearlessness. Bringing in Jordan Love sends a message that no one's position is guaranteed, no matter how beloved they are. It's about competition, evolution, and pushing limits. But that philosophy comes at a price. Chemistry matters. Trust matters. Leadership matters. If Hurts and Love can find common ground, Philadelphia could become a juggernaut unlike anything we've seen before, an offense capable of redefining modern football. But if egos clash, if the locker room divides, the entire season could spiral before it even begins. The coaching staff now carries the heavy responsibility of managing this delicate balance. The next few months will test every ounce of their leadership, strategy, and emotional intelligence. The whole world will be watching, waiting to see if Philly can turn this gamble into gold. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. And finally, the big picture. What does this mean for the league? Every other front office is taking notes right now. The Eagles might have just started a new trend, the idea of stacking elite quarterbacks as insurance, leverage, or long-term strategy. It's bold, it's risky, but it might become the new frontier of roster building. Imagine teams like the 49ers, Cowboys, or Jets exploring similar dual QB scenarios. If this experiment works in Philadelphia, it could change the way franchises approach the most important position in sports. Jordan Love's move isn't just a trade. It's a statement about the future of the NFL. Love in Philly. It sounds strange today, but in a few months, it might just make perfect sense. Until then, buckle up. This season's drama has only just begun, and the city of brotherly love is about to find out whether that love can survive the storm. The long-term implications of Christian McCaffrey joining the Eagles are already a topic of endless discussion, with rumors suggesting transformative effects on the franchise's identity, competitiveness, and aspirations for championships. Analysts speculate that his presence could catalyze a more aggressive, dynamic offense capable of consistently challenging the league's top defenses, while also attracting other elite players to the team. Media coverage emphasizes not only his athletic prowess, but also the leadership, professionalism, and mentorship he brings, highlighting how these qualities could reshape locker room dynamics and team culture. Fan conversations oscillate between tactical speculation, such as play design and formation possibilities, and broader excitement about playoff potential, community pride, and future rivalries intensified by McCaffrey's arrival. Insider chatter even hints at commercial opportunities, marketing campaigns, and merchandise strategies designed to leverage his popularity and star power, reflecting the multidimensional impact of the signing. Social media continues to amplify both factual reporting and playful speculation, creating a continuous buzz that merges analysis, enthusiasm, and city-wide anticipation. Analysts project that the synergy between McCaffrey and the existing roster could redefine Philadelphia's offensive identity, producing dynamic, unpredictable gameplay capable of reshaping league narratives. In short, the excitement surrounding McCaffrey is not just about one player joining a team. It is about a potential reimagining of Philadelphia football, both on the field and in the hearts of fans, marking the beginning of a season, and possibly an era, defined by possibility, innovation, and high-stakes anticipation. Fans are speculating on specific game scenarios, imagining highlight reel runs, dynamic catches, and pivotal plays in critical moments that could define the season. Fantasy football leagues are also buzzing, with participants re-evaluating draft strategies and weekly projections to account for McCaffrey's multidimensional contributions. Social media commentary reflects a combination of tactical analysis, playful speculation, and sheer excitement, as the anticipation for the first game featuring McCaffrey reaches fever pitch. The Eagles' offensive identity appears poised for transformation, blending traditional strategies with innovative adjustments that leverage McCaffrey's unique talents, ultimately redefining what opponents can expect when facing Philadelphia in the upcoming season. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.